Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Somebody give me a sound check while I'm going to do a screen share. Just one sec. Let me just make sure we get this right. Okay. Let's do a screen share. Screen two. Share. Okay. Very good. You guys seeing the screen? Good morning, Miguel. Hey, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Market opening up, a little bit of a bias down. And, pre-market, I sort of had a, I'm still having issues with this marker. So I sort of had a sell order here at the 01s, which just kind of got done now on the open, and we really don't have a trade. I didn't want to open up a trade just on the open. But we've been very, very flat, as you guys can see. Market is really trading around the 200 SMA, which is our long short bias line, and it literally has no bias either way. So we're going to give it a little bit of time to see how it configures itself, and then we'll see. I mean, maybe it's finally making a breakout to the upside and trying to establish some kind of a trend. Dow is even weaker. Dow had a very clean, clear sell signal here again in the 21 minute mark, so just before the open. So if you had sold here with a 40 stop and a 10 target, you obviously made made the money. And now again, the Dow is also trying to turn. But until we sort of establish a trend above the 200 SMA, there really is nothing going on here. I mean, right now this is effectively just a kind of a pop, a counter trend pop against what is still a downward trend. So although it looks like we're starting to establish an upward trend here, and an upward bias, which is positive. It's interesting that we've been very, very quiet, and the opening trade here has been super strong. So that means we may have a chance here over the next 10-15 minutes, once we establish trend. If we get a fresh high signal, then we can trade off of that, on a retrace basis. In other words, get a fresh high, get a red green combo, then we're going to go long on the trade. I updated the MT5 version of the limit tool. There's no difference in how it's reacting. It's just simply we made the defaults easier to trade. So the defaults are 20 stop 5 target already. So basically, the only difference between the old one and this one is that you don't need to reconfigure it. It come out of the box, configured to our numbers. I haven't done the 4 yet. I'll do that probably overnight with Doug, and I'll give you the 4s as well, with the same defaults. But for now, it's just kind of a very, very non-directional open, trying to establish a little bit of a trend. We had, overall, the bias is still mildly to the upside, but as you can see, whatever excitement we had earlier in the day really sold off hard into the European session, all the way down. All the move was really into the European Open. There was lots of great trades here. You buy here, you don't buy here. You have a potential trade here. You buy on the green here. You buy on the green here. You kind of buy on the green here. All of those trades would have worked nicely. Even over here, this last green trade over here would have worked for 5 points straight up. There are 2 ways that I'm trying to trade this structure. One I would consider sort of like the most conservative way, which is you only want to trade signals that are double confirmed. So that means you only want to trade the green segment of the uptrend or the red segment of the downtrend, and you just sort of ignore any signals in the red segment. Or you can get a little more aggressive. And I think this, it's interesting idea to trade this aggressively is you trade the green signals on a retrace basis, and the red signals in the above the trend, obviously, just straight up on market. So whenever you get a fresh low, you just long here +5, you long here. What is that, 14? Does that go up? Yeah, that still makes 5 over here. Even this trade, which is marginal, because it really is like once the trade kind of gets to the 200 SMA, I'm not a lover of buying it. It's really questionable. Would have still worked, after a big retrace to the downside. So all of these trades would have worked. These two trades would have worked. Even this trade would have worked to the upside. The next switch goes back up to the uptrend, and this is a trade you really couldn't take because it's just marginal. It's sort of like it's in the retrace zone above the 200, but just really below it. I would have passed on up, but then this trade over here shows up, and that's a clean trade to the upside. And I think this is the first clean losing trade. So you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 out of 12, which is a great ratio for us. And that's the first just straight up, losing corrective trade. And then now this trade I actually did trade in the European session, where this is a red zone underneath the trade. So you basically sell the first red candle, which was right over here. It gave you a little bit of heat, and then it just dropped like a stone, and you had plenty, easy to make money on the trade. And then you come back over here, and this trade, again, anything that's marginal around the 200 SMA, I just want to pass up on those signals. But this trade now clearly is in the green zone. You buy the green here, that made money straight up. Again, marginal, like, would I have traded this? Maybe. Although look at his turn here. Look at his massive turn. Jesus. So now, now the whole spike down is completely reversed, and it looks to me like the trend is to the downside right now. There isn't very little news going on today. Let's go look at the news here. If you guys aren't using this is a excellent portal for just quick update as to what's going on. So ECB reiterating TLTROs and PEP. I mean, this is all positive. Nothing much going on. We have IFO beat overnight. Distributive trades were a little weaker. Case-Shiller was pretty strong. What else do we have here? New home sales at 10 o'clock. So we do have housing data at 10 o'clock that we can see if that's working. But very really very, very quiet day today. Not a lot of data sets. So basically, looks to me right now like price action is kind of corrective, and NASDAQ could go negative as much as it goes positive. So let me see. So as it stands right now, we're underneath 200. We open up a negative trend. We would need one. I guess this would be the first, second, third. I'd need obviously 5 lows to give me a fresh low. By the way, one of the frustrating parts today, and one of the reasons why I'm a little bit hesitant in a lot of my calls, is this isn't working quite the way I need it to. This is the beta version that I have that you guys don't have. If I were to apply the older version, which we'll just do this on top, just to give us extra signals. And let me just unfilter this. We'll do long short, and we'll do 5. Oh, sorry. This is actually that's like 2 versions back. Anyways, we can use this as just a easy metric to see if we can get any kind of a lower low signal here for a move. But for now, nothing's showing up. Let's see what's on a Dow. Dow has actually turned positive. That's interesting. Dow's turned positive. If Dow gives us like a fade, a green fade buy signal, we may get long Dow here as a potential trade. I'm actually gonna set up my. I have my Dow. Okay, good. I have my AMP account here now on my side. So I'm going to try and trade starting this week. I'm going to actually try and trade off this account, to make sure that we're in sync as far as market prices go. But so far, this is actually the first high. We haven't really made a sequence of 5 highs, which is what I really want to see some strength on this move. I'm going to add one more indicator. I'm just going to add the trend indicator just to see. Put it to the 5. So this actually, if you use the 4 setting, which is a little too lax in my opinion, it would have given you a trend sell signal here, which I don't know if they're 93. Yeah, it would have been very close. Well, here it's starting to give you a trend sell signal here. We may just take this one simply because the signals that I really want to be working aren't ready yet, and these are fine. I mean, they've tested well. They work okay. I'm just trying to improve them. So they're certainly not a bad trade. We got 6:45 minutes to go. I'm going to sell my NASDAQ right now at 05. Oops, what happened here? Oh, I'll go down. Okay. All right. So I sold my NASDAQ here against this, and I'm probably going to feel heat. Let me bring this into your view here so you guys can follow the trade. Where is it? Okay. Oh, what happened to my? Oh, did it just? Oh, it just totally. Sorry, guys. It already TP'd. Jesus, that was fast. All right. I mean, if you guys sold it, you got it. So it definitely TP'd on the move. Sorry, I'm just trying to see how I'm going to try working this as a new way of doing it, where I'm trying to do live trading with the chart at the same time. So I think I'm gonna have to make this much smaller. I have to move this around. But this was okay. I mean, this was a trend signal. It worked okay. You saw it, like, basically you got short here over 03 and it dropped like a stone all the way to 92. That's why it made very, very quick profit. And I don't know if anybody took that trade. I'm hoping you guys did. Some of you guys did, but it was definitely good for 5. Karen did. Good job. But aside from that, I just say, I'm not actually, you know what? I think the easy way to do it is if I minimize this, then I can let me see if I can bring this back. Bring it back for trade, minimize it this way, and then we can watch the charts. Yeah, I think that's the way to do this. Okay. So yeah, I mean, this, the trend sell here just totally totally sold the move down. As I said, when they reversed the open like this, that was a very good clue that there was going to be downward pressure, right? Meantime, let's take a look what's going on over here. This is kind of holding up, but it's also reversing to the downside, not really giving us anything at all. I think I'm going to, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of my variant right now, just because it's just more confusing than anything. We'll just use the old signals that you guys have as our entries. I'm looking at the German. Let's take a look at German. Oh, interesting. German is, and I apologize. I can't get the German um, on my screen for some reason. Oh, maybe I can. I take it back. Hang on. Maybe I can. I can't. Maybe I can do this. Can I add the German? Let me see if this works. FX. Yeah, maybe I can. Chart window. Oh, I have it here. Sorry, it's right here. I can't. I take it back. So why is the German FX? Oh, because this is unfortunately, I know what it is. The problem is I can get the CFD, but I can't get the futures, and the futures have a different look than the CFD. So I can't use the signals. All right, so we'll have to see if if I get the signals matching on this, but for now, no. Unfortunately, sorry. The problem is it doesn't give you. I have to pay for the German, like another fee for the for German exchanges, and otherwise it won't give me signals. It'll give me just the CFD signals, and I can't show CFD signals on this, so it kind of sucks. All right, so forget the German. Oh, we can look at the S&P, which is also an interesting trade. So far, S&P just has nothing, no real signals. Although this is what, one, two, three now. A little bit of a boring day today, guys. Let's see if let's see what's showing up on currencies, but only on the 5 minute, because nothing, on the 1 minute is just a waste of time. So what we've been so euro is actually in a quite long uptrend, lots and lots of buys, but it's obviously getting very, very tired here. This move here was, oh, this is like very late. So this is what, 57. I guess that made 5. This trend buy made money. This one you're really floating in a loss here. 58 against 42. I would trade the euro here. I would just take the euro at like, let's just take it here at 55 with a 60 target. Let's see if that works. 35 stop, 60 target, our usual 520, because it basically mimicking this trade here, but a little bit a little bit earlier, a little bit better trades. Let's see if that works. Let me go back to this, to the 1 minute. This is 1, 2, 3. Dow's going to make 4 lows. And actually, if this comes in on a retrace, if I get a green red on this, I'm going to sell the Dow. Dow is really starting to accelerate to the downside. I like this trade to the downside. So we'll see if we can. I'm actually going to set it. So if we go into the Dow, what's easy about this is I can actually, where's my, we're going to put it into the sell mode with 40-10. So that means it's going to have a green red combo for us to trigger a trade, which is fine. See, Dow is really starting to accelerate to the downside now. I think if I go to 4, it's going to give me this thing. Yeah. So this is definitely, you're definitely gonna, you're selling very, very deep into the hole here. But usually these kind of deep moves tend to work out. So we got 5. Now we need at least one green candle to as a counter trend. And it may just keep on going here. So it may take a while for us to consolidate. Dow actually turns negative for the day, I guess. All right, let's see if it's a really, really, really big chase trade because we've had such a big sell-off. But we're going to stay with the setup. If this turns red, we are selling this. But if it stays green, that means they're going to try and consolidate it, maybe run it a little higher before price action dies out. We have housing in 8 minutes, so we'll see where that goes. Okay, so that turned green, so no trades so far, but let's see what the next candle brings us. Twenty seconds to the close of the candle. Why isn't that telling me? Oh, what happened here? Why didn't it go into my sell mode? Okay, I'm just going to go manually for sell mode. For some reason, it didn't do it. Oh, that was weird. I don't know why I didn't do a sell mode. What happened here? Oh, did I have the wrong one? Oh, I'm sorry. I had the wrong. I got to get rid of this one. I had my old. Oh, go. Let me see. This is a problem with having too many variants. No, I had 0. Limit. Oh, this had I have the old version of it. That's why. All right, this one is. I was leery of the fact that this is so deep into the sell zone that it could just sell us out, and the real trade is going to set up over here. So if it does, it does. I followed this trade because it's a signal, but it was clearly a signal so far stretched away from the moving averages that it was very clearly possible for us to get blown out of this particular trade. So if it does, it does. It's understandable why. Okay. So we get clipped on this move, and the next story to set up is going to be the trend trade if it does set up on the Dow. Let's see what happens on the Nas. The Nas. Nas also has a sell trade here if it goes back down the other way. So let's try and do this. We'll set up the Nasdaq to the sell. Let me make sure that I have it limit 0. Yes, I want to do it in the sell. Then I want to do this one. I want to make sure I have the right limit. Okay, yes. Okay. So Nasdaq may trigger us over here for a trade if this candle turns red. Okay. Not a great trigger, but okay. It also has a trend sell here on this particular candle, which I may just simply also pivot off of this one. If this gives us a better price, I may just simply take this as a price signal. But let's see what happens here on the fade buy signal. Oh, and it got done. So we got done on 5 on the fade buy signal, and we actually have it. Well, the trend signal is just really coming down. What's happening on the? What I have 22 seconds here. So what's happening? Let me just look at the Dow. Dow doesn't have a signal. So MNQ. I'm going to try and go again on the NASDAQ. I'm going to take 4 on the NASDAQ because it's getting a little tired, but I think it's fine. So it would have actually, I think, yeah, it would have cleared us. Yeah, it would have given us a full 5. If you guys waited for the full 5, you would have gotten that too. So that was okay. The Dow was, playing a game with the. It basically stopped us out, came right back down, which is fine. I think I'm just going to wait for a trend signal on the Dow before I do any trades. With the Nasdaq, we had both the fade and the trend signal giving us TPs. So plus 15 on the Nasdaq basically. The only clip of the day today was the Dow because we just sold the bottom of the day. Peter, you need to do a screenshot and post it because I can't tell what you have on your trading view. You may have a whole bunch of indicators overlaying one another, and that's why. So like if you have any customer support question for me regarding this stuff, the only way I can answer you intelligently is if you show me a picture of what you have going. So that's turned really nicely cleanly negative. And again, could have had a lot more downside movement here. So this is interesting. So now the Dow is popping up, popping up, popping up. I'm tempted again to go. Let's see if the Dow is going to torture me again. I want to go into the sell. Make sure I'm on the right side. So I want to go in the sell mode on the Dow with a 40-10. On this, and again, I don't love using the fade buy signals because these are not the real signals that I really like. That I'm trying to get Daniel to finalize for me. But all right, we'll play him. This kind of popped green and then turned red, so it's not going to give us it's not, well, we'll see. It's 12, 10, 12 seconds. So we have a green candle. Ideally, I'd love for this thing to rally another 2 or 3 candles to the upside before it turns red, and then we could have a great sell signal from the highs. But we'll see what the market action gives us. I haven't looked at actually this. Oh, that's interesting. So we actually had a great sell signal in the ES, which I could have done too, and we might have a second one. Let's since we can't do DAX because I can't do. Let's kill this, close this, close this. See if we can do ES. Ooh, what happened? Oh, the Dow triggered for it to the downside. So clean. Let's see what our Dow. Yeah, a Dow was a red candle off that fade buy. Which again, as I said, I don't love it, but let's give it a shot. Let's play this out. Let's see if we can get if this is going to play out for a further downside price action on the Dow here, or if it's going to just stuff me today. I kind of see what the issue is with the Dow and the ES today. The red candles that are coming off, like in other words, you get a green red. The red itself is massive. It's like a 90. Well, if you look at the S&P, it's like a 5-point candle, which is a very big candle. And if you look at the Dow, this candle is like, yeah, I mean, that's the problem. I'm selling really, really, really big candles. This is a 61 high, 34. It's like a 30 long candle. So it doesn't give me much room to breathe. It looks like I'm just basically getting killed on a Dow continuously because I'm selling the bottoms and they're getting retraced out on very, very large red candles. So unfortunately, as I said, with the Dow, I should just simply have waited for the trend signal. We'll see if I get some more breathing room here, but I don't know why your candles are. Is it like the way you color your candles? This seems like something to do with the way you're coloring candles, Peter. I have no idea why your candles are this way. It's got nothing to do with the indicators. The indicators um, are properly laid on. So it's just you should maybe go into your settings and just change, see your candle um, settings, because that's something unique to how you set it up. And very slow, sloggy trade today. And the Dow is just like really not an instrument that loves us today. I'm selling bottoms here because it's not giving me it's just selling, retracing, coming back in very jagged fashion. So I'm just trying to stay patient with this trade to see if the sellers can actually break the lows. If they don't, it actually speaks to the idea that we probably made a short-term bottom here. But it feels like market feels a little heavy. I mean, I guess what was the sorry, what were the numbers? Let me just take a look at the numbers. So later, home sales full report doesn't look like. Where's the home sales? 95 against 102. So um, they were actually smaller, and consumer confidence came in a little bit lower. It's really interesting. A lot of people have been noticing that the economic data has actually been surprising to the downside significantly. Um, oops, it looks like I got taken out on the Dow. The Dow just totally screwed us as usual. No, maybe I didn't. Not quite. But we're definitely. It looks like to me like we're going to get taken out on the Dow. It's just traded. Selling the bottom here has just not been working. But I do want to look at if we get a trend signal. I do want to sell that. So we'll see if we can get that working. Nasdaq popped a little bit. S&P popped a little bit. What do we have? The trend fade. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think those are just uh, special kind of candles. You can do this is the candle settings over here. You can just set them the way you like. I'm looking for a trend sell signal here and the Dow if it comes back up, maybe around the 390, 400 level. We'll see. We'll see what shows up. All right, this is setting up. Let's see how much punishment I can take on the Dow today. And I'm gonna, actually, I can just go into the sell mode, I guess. That will take me in the trade. It should. Let me see if this works. Yeah, takes me in the trade. Okay, so looking at 71 on the Dow to see if that gives me the move that I want. Boom. All right. So yeah, I mean, just a matter of being patient with the Dow to let it play itself out. I mean, I guess the rule of thumb is with a Dow, you really want to wait for the trends, especially when you're so deep in the up. When you're so deep off the thing, trying to trade 40-point stops, you're just not going to be able to get those moves. But yeah, so that we get a little bit back in the Dow. I kind of doubled up on the size, so I'm counting that as a plus 20 on the Dow. Anybody take that trade? That was a much better quality trade because it's set up, much more cleanly here on the move. Plus 15 for Karen. Good for you. So I took 10 on that. That's fine. What's going on over here on the NAS? Nothing much. Watching the NASDAQ here, we could, I could set this up. Let's give this a shot one more time. It's a quiet day today, so not much going on here. Let's put this into the sell mode because NAS is giving me a fade buy signal. And again, I hate these fade buy signals because they're not the ones that I want, but they're good enough. I'll take them. Oh, these should be actually 5. You know what? I really shouldn't even be taking these. This is really, I should be taking this on a 5. Let's see if I get 5. Probably I don't even have a 5. Oh, no, I have a 5. I do. Wait, how's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that works. Okay, so now we're getting a sell signal on the NAS. More selling going on. Let's see if this puts us in a trade. All right, I have 27 seconds. Let's see. All right, let's see if we go. So looking at 65, 65.50. Now this is like a very, what was the low on this thing? It kind of went down 4 for me and then just popped back up. So let's see if this works. Oops, there we go. All right, so NASDAQ validates one more time for us. I think that's about all I can do today. I'm kidding. I hit 20 on NASDAQ and I barely survived the Dow today. And I think that's about all we can do for the power hour today. But, still up. So I'll take it. Very slow, very quiet day today. And again, my apologies. I'm still trying to figure out, I'm trying to get this indicator that I really want working, but it's not working the way let me just show you. Where is this thing? Fresh. It's a, let me just get rid of all this. And see, this fade low is just it's incorrect the way this is working. So it's just driving me nuts. I'm almost like, it's almost better for me to have stayed with the older indicators. I'm actually curious, the other one that he did for me, just bear with me a second, guys. What is this, fade move? No, my scripts. Fade skip. Let's see if this works. Fresh low. No, this doesn't even work. Fresh high. Oh, filtered. Sorry. Let me change this to high low. Let me see this long short. Yeah. This would have worked. This is late. No, why is it late? All right. I'm still struggling with getting the fade signal properly done. The trend signals are excellent, right? The trend signals gave us really good signals here. Let me just do the trend signal here if we had it. My favorites, trend fade. Yeah, look at the trend sell signal here, trend sell signal here. And honestly, if we just stuck to the trend sell signals, it's fine. It's just that I'm trying to squeeze out as many trades as possible. And the proper count on the fade is kind of hard to get right on the algo. But you guys get the idea. I mean, like trend buy would have all really been great here. But you see all these other opportunities on the highs, right? Maybe we should just simply stick to the trend sells and have me stop screwing around with it with the fade signals. Anyways, hope you guys really enjoyed this. Oh, you got rid of the volume. Yeah, volume is horrible. Yeah, volume is horrible. It's ironic, because there's plenty of volume in futures. Everybody's obsessed with volume. I think volume is like the stupidest indicator in the world. What the volume will show you is that the highest amount of volume is at the lowest point in the mark, which is great. Like, that means that most people sold over here. It's actually the exact opposite of what it means. So you want to just fade the move usually, then go the other way around. Anyways, so here's the story. The MT5 tool is in the box. MT4 tool I'm going to have for you tomorrow that has the proper setups. I really like those. I like the trend. I'm actually just completely changing my mind with all of this because I've seem to drive everybody crazy what I want, and none of the programmers can do it. And the one thing that works really well is just simply the trend signal. And one of the cool things that we can do is if we just simply synchronize on a trend signal, we could actually have it have the applet auto take the signal, not even have like an EA, but a quasi automated EA. In other words, Doug can have this applet take the trend signal only as a signal in an automated fashion and just trade that, which is kind of very cool. So maybe we'll just simply standardize on that and not make it overcomplicated. I just want to do more trades, but like greed, I think, is getting the better of me on this. You can see that just simply staying on the trend side, right? Just staying on the trend side, nothing fancy, right? Yes, you're obviously going to get clipped on the absolute last signal in the structure here. I don't think you even survived this one. 12 to 15. No, you definitely got clipped on this one. This was the clip. But you're talking about 1, 2, 3. even this one would have worked because it dipped really, really strongly, for you. Once, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got clipped on this one. I wouldn't have traded this one. 7, 8, 9, 10. So, okay, 10 to 1, I'll take that trade anytime on a 4 to 1 risk reward, right? This is 3 hours worth of trade. By the way, I wanted to tell you guys something super interesting. So what's absolutely proving out to be true just on a back tester across like hundreds and hundreds of trades that I just ran off the futures because I'm using on the 1 minute chart, is that if you just constrain yourself to the 7 to 12 New York time, or you probably make it 6 to 11 if you sort of wanted, that prime hours, those 5 hours of what I would call the London morning and the New York open, the trend trades universally positive across all sectors. Like it's just makes mint. So if you want to just be super selective and just use these power hours as a trade, it's kind of interesting. The one other thing, the other time zone I really want to test is just the 2000 hours to 2300 hours, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. New York, which is 8 a.m., 11 a.m. Asia, where I always see lots of trend movement in the indices on that side as well. So I'll let you know how that goes also. But anyways, still a pretty decent day today, right? I mean, like, my apologies for screwing with a Dow, but I was experimenting with a fade moves, and those clearly were the wrong ones. I'm actually, did the Dow have any trend moves? I think it did have one trend move. Yeah, I had 2 trend moves. Both trend moves would have been great. Both trend moves were great. So yeah, so we're just gonna stick to the trend moves on the Dow for the time being and just let it be. All right, guys. Any other questions? Anything else going on here? Tuesday session. Still making money. Any requests? Anything else? Or is everybody just bored or totally obsessed with the next trade? The Pommy is, the Pommy is the $6 million dog. He's perfectly fine now. Now that he cost me half my net worth, he is absolutely fine. Do we need a premium plan to set up tools on TradingView? You definitely need some kind of a payment plan. Like, I think you could use the cheap one, which is like, the monthly plan. I'm not sure. Connie, you really got to ask TradingView all those questions, or just go on their thing. If you're paying any amount of money, you should have all of this stuff. If you have Pro, you absolutely should have all of this stuff. And if they haven't gotten back to you, I told you, you just create a new account, do Pro, just call them and say, I'm going to create a new account. Like, have they not given you back a ticket? They're supposed to give you back they're supposed to respond in 24 hours. Say, what the fuck? I'm going to challenge your charge with my credit card company, you stupid motherfuckers. This is exactly what I would say to them, of course, but I'm sure you'll say it in a much nicer way. But they should take it and take care of it 24 hours. It's a customer service issue. Have they responded or no? Very slow. Wow. I would just write another email saying, listen, I'm a Pro customer. You're not servicing me. Are you looking for me to take this to my credit card company and change it around? And then post about it on social media. That will, do this. How do you control that on TV? Professional experience. No, but they should definitely. It should definitely fix it for you. I mean, it seems absurd. You have the charge. It's actually, if you have a credit card receipt that you've paid, just make sure, because sometimes sometimes I yell at customer service and I'm wrong, because I may have paid last year, but not this year. And I'm thinking that I have a membership, but it's for 219 or 220. Just make sure that your membership is genuinely for this year. You know, just make sure that you have the facts on your side before you start yelling at them. Unlike me, who never bothers to make sure that he has facts on his side before I start yelling. But yeah, just make sure you have facts on your side. But let's get that fixed within a day or two. It should hopefully be working. All right. So, anyways, guys, for all my experimentation, it seems like the original idea is just the best idea. Simple is better. So let me, maybe I'm just going to stick with a trend cell, simple, and stop torturing Daniel, who started ignoring me at this point because I've made him change, structure so many times. All right, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day. Let's get together tomorrow. Let's see if we get a little bit more price action. I'm going to try and investigate. What I can do about the DAX. I'd love to be able to, to put the DAX and maybe the FTSE on there. But it's very hard to, unless, let me just see one other thing. Let me see. Maybe it does. I know that these guys. I wonder if this has a CF. I wonder if the demo gives me the CFD. Symbols. Let me see if I can do. Show all symbols. Just have Forex. They have custom. Nothing. No, just Forex and exotics and exchange features. They don't give you the CFDs on this. So no, I can't do it. All right. Well, that was a nice try on the DAX. Maybe we just have to manually trade the DAX off the CFD and see if that works. All right, but other than that, everything is pretty good, guys. I really, I love this. The strategy is just dynamite for what it is in terms of getting that 10, 12 trades in a 5-hour cycle and just banking the pips. Think about that. Even at a 10 to 1 in NASDAQ over the last 4 hours, you're talking about 50 minus 20, 30 pip, 30 points in a day, which is massive. It's like 150 points in a week run rate. So I hope you guys are really enjoying it. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. So Karen is asking for equity min max money management stuff. Any other money management stuff? Obviously we have a 2-exit structure. I know Crossy wanted a 2-exit structure too. That's a good idea. Yeah, just sort of a mini max for the whole equity, an equity stop. For sure. I'll see if that should be relatively easy for us to put in. All right, guys. Sorry, I got to run. I got guys at the door. I will see you a little bit later. Everybody have a great day. Everybody take care. Bye-bye. Coming.